I think the original homestead was about 10 acres.
Josh Kleinschmidt is proud of his home in Troy, Kansas, not far from St. Joe. He and his wife designed and built it on this peaceful piece of paradise. Peaceful that was until they made the mistake of hiring Jimmy Wolf of Midwest Construction Services.
He was very impressive. He had references. He had buildings that he had done.
Plus, Jimmy Wolf had asked for no money up front to build them a pole barn.
He come up and brought equipment, and he got to work.
For several days, Wolf worked hard prepping the site where the pole barn would stand.
So he pulled all his ground from here, pushed it all the way out there, and he did level it off.
By this point, Josh trusted Jimmy Wolf, so when Jimmy asked for $30,000 to buy the metal trusses and lumber and concrete to build the barn, Josh gave it to him.
And then he left.
That was 8 months ago. Josh hasn't seen him since, though he's heard lots of excuses.
Well, weather came in. He's like, okay, we can't do the concrete. We got too much snow. His grandpa or surrogate grandpa had died. And he said, hey, I can't do any work this week.
Then 2 weeks later,
something had happened with his daughter.
After that, Jimmy even stopped bothering to come up with excuses.
Text him, call him, anything. Message him on Facebook, email him. Complete radio silence.
In fact, we watched as he tried to call Jimmy once again to demand his $30,000 back.
But the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
And Josh isn't alone.
$17,000 may not be a lot for some people. $17,000 is a lot of money for me.
That's how much Jeremy Harris said Jimmy Wolf stole from him. Harris also hired Wolf to build a barn on his property in Sedan, Kansas, near the Oklahoma border.
I told him unless he had the money, he was not to ever come on my property.
Their stories are identical to others who posted on this Facebook page and say they're also the victims of Jimmy Wolf. So who is Jimmy Wolf? He's 29 years old, and so far he's run 2 companies, Midwest Construction Services and an excavation company. Neither are registered with the state of Kansas. According to Kansas court records, he's also got a bad habit of not paying his bills, so much so that he's been successfully sued at least 9 times by everyone from the gas station to the grocery store. Despite that less than sterling record, he tried to run for mayor of Peru, Kansas last year. He lost. We wanted to hear Jimmy's side of this whole mess, so we called him.
I'm sorry, but the person you...
We also reached that same recording that doesn't let you leave a message, so we texted him. I'd like to get your side of this. Please call me. He quickly texted back, will do. Well, do what, Jimmy? That was more than a week ago, and just like his customers, I never heard from him again. So, Jimmy Wolf, for taking thousands from your customers and never doing the work, and then not even having the guts to pick up the phone to explain yourself, you, Jimmy Wolf, are an official member of the Fox 4 Problem Solvers Hall of Shame. Fox 4 Problem Solvers encourages people who believe they have been defrauded by Wolf to file a complaint with the Kansas Attorney General's office. At least one of his victims has done that and is waiting to hear back. Linda Wager, Fox 4 Problem Solvers.